students, welcome back to part 2 of history chapter number 2. In the previous part 1 video of this chapter, we saw that how Britishers through East India Company entered our country for exploring products at a lower price. Gradually they started realizing that they had a huge competition with the French, the Portuguese and the Dutch. So this competition started leading to battles. The first topic of this video of the second part will be how trade led to battles. By the 16th century, the conflict between the companies and the Nawabs grew. After Aurangzeb's death, Nawabs like Sirajuddaulah and Murshid Quli Khan, they started asserting power, they started coming into power and they refused rights, concessions and fortifications of the company, the East India Company. They started refusing for such rights and concessions was because Bengal was now incurring losses, because the revenues that Bengal could have had with the trade with the East India Company was not being received. So this was a great problem for Bengal, and so these two Nawabs, new Nawabs, they started asserting power and started denying the company to have duty-free trade. Now this led to humiliation of the Nawabs by the company and the company officials. The company started expanding their settlement by building forts and buying villages. This finally led to Battle of Plassey. This is your next topic. Sirajuddaulah became the Nawab in 1756 and asked the company to pay revenues. Negotiation failed between Sirajuddaulah and the company, and so he went to Qasim Bazar and captured the factories and ships of the company over there with 3,000 soldiers. He then went to Calcutta to capture the fort. However, he couldn't succeed because the company had now sent soldiers from Madras to negotiate. The negotiation also did not went well, and finally in 1757, Robert Clive from Madras came to fight Sirajuddaulah at the Battle of Plassey and won. Why did Robert Clive win was because of Mir Jafar. Mir Jafar, who was the commander of Sirajuddaulah, backstabbed Sirajuddaulah because he was promised by the company that he will become the next Nawab if he shake hands with the company. This is how the Battle of Plassey was won by East India Company or Robert Clive. After winning the Battle of Plassey, what happened? Battle of Plassey, first of all, was the first major victory of the East India Company in our country. But however, the East India Company did not take over the administration because they were simply interested in increasing trade, buying products at a lower rate, and they were not at all interested in capturing our country and ruling our country till now. Soon, they stopped getting help from the puppet rulers. Who were the puppet rulers? Rulers like Mir Jafar, who worked for our country but were controlled by the Britishers. So gradually, the company started realizing that puppet rulers were also not being useful to them. Jafar, who protested the company, was killed, was annexed, and he was replaced by Mir Kazim. After Mir Kazim also did the same thing, he was killed in Battle of Buxar that took place in 1764, and Jafar was reinstalled as the Nawab over there. Now the company also realized that it needed more funds for trade and other expenses like their survival. So when Jafar died in 1765, Clive declared themselves as the Nawabs. Okay, so this was how the journey of company from traders to Nawab began. In 1765, company was declared as the Diwan by the Mughal emperors in Bengal itself. Now, after they were declared as the Diwans, the trade increased. Of course, the revenue also increased. Company bought goods in India with gold and silver from Britain. But gold and silver from Britain was now also being reduced in quantity. So So they started using our country's revenue to buy products from our country itself. This became possible only after they became the Diwans. However, after Battle of Plassey, the outflow of gold and silver from Britain was already reduced, and after becoming the Diwan, it was completely stopped. Moving on to the next topic, that is company officials now became Nawabs. This is called Nawabs because we will understand why it is called Nawabs. After the Battle of Plassey, company collected money as gifts from Mughal emperors. They now wanted money from the Mughal emperors just to please themselves and just as a token of a gift. Clive, this is an example of Clive, that how the company had started now earning money in a very negative way other than trade. Clive from Madras, when he was 18 years old, he came to our country in the year 1743. In the year 1764, he was appointed as the Bengal governor. As a governor, his duty was to only check that corruption has stopped or not. But later on, when he was himself examined in 1772, he was found guilty. And so he committed suicide in 1774. He was found guilty, and it was found out that he had 1,102 British pounds when he left our country. So this is an example of how the company and the company officials were now not interested only in trade, but they had also started other ways of earning from our country. However, not all the British officials were same. Some simply came to India to earn, to have a good trade, and so that they could again go back to Britain and live a comfortable life over there. But however, in Britain they were mocked, they were made fun by called as Nawabs and not Nawabs. Next is company rule expands. From 1757 to 1857, we will not find a single incident where only the company had initiated any sort of fights, because as we have discussed that they were only interested in expanding the trade and increasing their profits. After Battle of Buxar, where Qasim was defeated, they appointed residents. They started taking residents to work for them, and they also started interfering in the internal matters of Indian society. Alright, they forced states to subsidiary alliance. Now, what is subsidiary alliance is? Under subsidiary alliance, no Indian state could ever keep any armed forces. Instead, the company said that they will provide the Indian states some armed forces and protection during wars. And in return of these armed forces, the states were expected to pay some revenue. When the states could not pay the revenue, they will have to lose a part of their territory. An example of this is, this happened with Nawab of Awadh. He gave away half of his territory because he could not pay the subsidiary alliance in 1801. So in this video we have understood that how the trade had started taking place, started looking like the battles because of the huge competition. Then we also saw the first Battle of Plassey. After the first Battle of Plassey, we saw that how company officials started becoming the Nawabs, and gradually they started expanding their rule. Thank you.